Denise, played by Diane Parrish, is currently unaware her daughter Chelsea, Zaria Abrahams, has been abused by Gray Atkins, Toby Alexander Smith, for months on EastEnders. The mother of one has been doting on her premature son, Jordan, at the hospital since she gave to him in the new year and was left horrified when she discovered her husband had kidnapped him as he planned to flee Walford. By the end of Wednesday night's episode of the BBC soap, things weren't looking too good for Chelsea after her spouse confessed to killing his first wife, Chantal Atkins, Jessica Plummer. But as a shocking turn of events sees at least one character leaving the show, little Jordan could end up with no parents. The scene looked reminiscent of Chantal's death in Wednesday night's episode as Chelsea almost tripped onto an open dishwasher where the knives were pointing upwards. During Thursday night's episode, her husband Gray will go on the run as the police begin to put the pieces of the puzzle together. This could come after he kills his second wife and, following a dramatic set of episodes, the residents of Walford will be left horrified by the time next week comes around. It seems the Fox family will be at the center of the drama as Denise, along with her sister Kim Fox, Tamika Empson, and Patrick Truman, Rudolph Walker, will be affected. A synopsis reads they will be left shocked by some news, and this could be baby Jordan is now parentless, having lost both his parents. It would not be negotiable Jordan is going to go into care or be adopted by another family as he is part of the Fox clan. Although she only recently got her own son back, having given up Raymond Dawkins, Michael Jose Palmer's colleague, when he was born, Denise could be willing to step up to the plate. Heartbroken over losing Chelsea, Jordan would be the only thing she will have of her daughter left and will want to hold on to him tight. Realizing just how wrong she was about Gray, she would not want her grandson to have anything to do with the Atkins or Taylor families. Jack Branning, Scott Massillon, could try to make her see they have enough on their hands already with 3 young children. However, this is the sword Denise could be willing to die on, as there is no way anyone else is going to raise her grandson. As the process of adoption begins and with no exact plan put in place as to who would take guardianship if Chelsea and Gray weren't able to hold the role, it could take longer than expected. For months, Denise might have to fight to prove she is worthy of adopting her grandson, regardless of her past in giving up Raymond. The authorities would scrutinize every single thing about Denise's role as a mother, as Jordan would be coming from a home where abuse had taken place. They would want to ensure he would be given the best care possible and would not be at risk of being put in more danger. Having finally got his head around the idea of being a father to Jordan, Jack could tell the authorities he is going to be part of the process. With his role within the police department, he could state he is a respected member of the community and would ensure no harm came to Jordan. If Gray is sent to prison, rather than being killed off, he could also make an application for whoever adopts his son allows him to maintain contact with him. Denise would make it very clear to the authorities she would not be bowing to the whim of a serial killer, and especially not one who took his daughter's life. As the case comes to a conclusion, will Denise finally get the chance to be a mother again, or will she lose the final part of Chelsea forever? How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve McDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. The actor who plays Gray, Toby Alexander, has spoken out on the trajectory his character took after originally being part of a domestic abuse plot with Chantal. After he killed his wife, Gray went on to kill 2 more characters, and it seems he could murder again before his time comes to an end. There has been a huge backlash to this storyline, with viewers claiming the show has gone too far by taking Gray away from his origins on the show. Addressing this, the soap star said, "While we obviously deal with very sensitive storylines, there also have to be moments that are slightly more heightened and more dramatic. For me it was just about trying to find the truth in those moments, trying to keep Gray on the same kind of narrative and not let it veer too far from what's been playing with the Gray and Chantal storyline." Understanding the audience's point of view, Toby Alexander added, "I think ultimately it's meant that we can explore more of Gray's character, and the longer Gray stayed in the square, it's just a constant reminder of what he's done. And the fact is I'm still getting messages now from people saying they're getting out of abusive relationships because of the Gray storyline. That's a year and a half after the Gray and Chantal storyline ended, and people are still resonating with it, and it's still affecting people," he told Metro.co.uk. There are a number of Walford residents out for his blood, but as the walls creep further inwards, will any of them silence him for good?